Anything for you, John?
Good wrap up to this. I felt that a really good wrap up for the year 2019 to push us into 2020 was The Last Jedi, with all that type of stuff.
That movie sucked.
You didn't like it?
It was The Rise of
great.
Skywalker, first of all.
Oh, it was, I meant that one. Well, I thought that was
Both
just a good
movies
way
sucked.
to push us into 2020.
Well, it's not
I
even like
enjoyed
it's
it.
December either. It's
Yeah, well,
January
I
25th.
know.
It's fine. Good wrap up.
Good wrap up.
I didn't review that, by the way.
You
Or I
tried.
did. I
reviewed
reviewed that movie, but I did not post it. It was like a half an hour long review, and I'm like up and down with that movie. I want to give it a kind of like a really low positive grade because it wasn't nearly as bad as people said it was going to be.
I'll give it 5.5.
That's fair.
I gave it in my review a
I don't wanna give it away.
6.5, but now I would go lower. I would go like a 6 to what you said, 5.5. I'm just all over with it. I also, when I finished the video, I didn't edit it either, but when I made the video, it was like 2 weeks after it came out, and I knew it would take way too long to edit that half an hour video. And usually when I know there are going to be like a lot of cuts, when I need to either look at my notes to see what I'm actually going to say next, or just need to make a cut in the video, I know how long it'll take to edit. So it was already like 2 or 3 weeks after the movie came out, and I was just way too late on it. I knew I would be, so that video was scrapped. But for my grade, probably a 6 out of 10. Maybe, I probably won't go 5.5. I'll stick with a 6. I don't know. Again, I'm up and down with that movie. My grade has changed like many times.
For me,
If you
it
cut
was
the
just
ending,
how
I
much
think
was-
it was pretty sweet.
For me, it was just how much was riding on it for it to be good. Was
Yeah.
just like
And then
it was just so
mediocre, like-
I was pretty
mediocre
satisfied.
to what it was supposed to be, especially when the
I was
first
satisfied
movie
with
set it up
the
so well.
with like the beginning to middle. However, the end was interesting.
I was, that's weird, because I was not satisfied with the first act. First act, there was so many things. It was just too quick. You
Okay,
couldn't
that's
keep up
fair.
with it.
Yeah, sure.
There were so many ideas that you could tell that they want to squeeze in, because J.J. Abrams had something totally different for The Last Jedi. Rian Johnson, like, screwed it. Killed Snoke off. That's why Palpatine was in this movie. Do you really think if Snoke was alive, they would have brought back Palpatine?
No,
Of course
they're
not.
hyping him up so much.
And then they just killed him off like a bitch. And yeah, they just, in the first act, they tried to fix everything when they shouldn't have done that. They should have, even though I didn't like The Last Jedi at all, even though that movie sucked in my opinion, they were trying to fix it, and they should have just gone with it. It happened. You have to just go along with it. You can't act like it didn't happen when it did already. And you have to respect Rian Johnson for doing something different, I guess. But yeah, Rise of Skywalker, mediocre as it could get for me. You said that you liked it, and I obviously not as bad as people
For someone
said
that
it was.
doesn't follow the Star Wars trilogy very like strictly, I found it to be good and interesting, better than like something like Solo.
Solo was boring as hell.
Yeah.
I got really bored of that, and then they threw Darth Maul at the end, like, look,
I
he's
just thought
alive!
I just thought it was
Like
a
in
good
the
way
Clone
to
War- well,
wrap up the year.
Well, they
Clone
threw
Wars.
that in because the Clone Wars series brought that in.
Yeah.
Solo, I think it was better than Solo, but I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. It was just I just did not like the Star Wars at all.
The new ones, I like
Fair
The
enough.
Force Awakens.
I don't know. I think it's you have a bad series when you make a mediocre final movie and you can say, and the last thing you can say, well, at least it wasn't as bad as the second movie. It's like
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You-
you know a
know
series has
it's
gone.
bad.
You know a series has gone bad
Saying-
when
Saying something different, it's like, you know it's bad when they're supposed to have different directors for each movie, but after The Last Jedi, they have to bring back J.J. Abrams to direct the last one, as well as, you know it's bad when they have to bring back a villain that was killed off like 30 years ago. More than that in in the movie universe. In the Star Wars universe, it's been longer than that.
Palpatine's an old hag.
Yeah, there's a video that said, they said, because he made Snoke, they were like, does Palpatine fuck? I was like, it was just made me laugh. But anyways, we're getting really off topic. I know we finished the list, but
That's my fault.
those are my most anticipated movies of 2020.